for this week's Animal Ambassador, we are talking about red foxes. So they're mammals and they're canines, so they're pretty closely related to dogs. And this is what their footprint looks like. So it looks pretty similar to a dog's paw print. They are generally reddish orange in color, and then the tip of their tail is always white. Their tail is very thick and bushy, and they use this to balance just like a lot of other animals do, but they also use their tail as like a warm protective blanket when it's cold in the winter. They are mainly nocturnal, so they mostly are active at night. They have a really good sense of sight and of hearing, and they live for about 3 years in the wild. They are omnivores, so they will eat meat and also plants. Males are called dogs, and then females are called vixens, and babies are kits or pups. They live throughout the majority of the northern hemisphere, and then they live in forest habitats and also in grasslands and deserts. They make dens in the ground for their homes, so they will sleep in their dens, and then they will also store extra food in their dens for eating later. And then when it's time for them to have babies, they will have their babies and raise them in the den. They will stay with the same mate for pretty much their whole lives, and they're not always together with them. So they will hunt and they will travel on their own sometimes, but then they'll meet back up to socialize and have families when it's the time of year to do that. A litter of pups is usually an average of about 4 to 5, but it can be more, it can be less, it just kind of depends. And the babies will stay with their parents throughout the summer, so both parents will stay with them and take care of them for a few months. And then in the fall, they will usually go off on their own, but occasionally they will stay, and it will kind of be, they'll kind of be grouped together and have like a little family unit, and they'll stay with each other. So that is all about red foxes, and now we're going to do a fox craft. For today's craft, we are going to make toilet paper roll foxes. So you need a toilet paper roll, some orange paint, a paintbrush with some water to clean your paintbrush in, and then some paper towels. You'll need scissors, a glue stick, a pencil, and then white and orange paper. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to paint your toilet paper roll orange. Alright, so that's painted. Once it dries, I'll probably do a second coat to make the orange a little bit brighter, but for now I'm just going to leave it dry. And then you're going to take your orange and white paper and make the tail and the face. So on the orange paper, you're going to draw an outline of the tail. And then you're going to cut that out. Okay, so now that I have my tail cut out, I'm going to take the white and make a tip for the tail that's going to go on the tail. So it's going to be a white tipped tail. And then I will glue the tip onto the orange tail. So it looks like this, and then I'm just going to leave that to dry. And for the face, I'm going to use the white paper, and I'm going to cut out a heart shape that is pretty small. I want it to be able to fit on the roll. And then on the heart, I'm going to draw a little face. And now I'm just going to wait until it's all dry, and then I will assemble the whole thing together. Alright, so I did put a second coat of paint on the toilet paper roll, and now it's completely dry. So I'm going to assemble it now. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top end of the toilet paper roll and just kind of fold it in like this. And you want the two ends to kind of be pointing up. Those are going to be the fox's ears. Okay, that looks good. And then you're going to glue the face on. And I'm going to do it right here, kind of in the middle and up towards the ears. And then the tail you're just going to glue on to the bottom of the back. And you want to put the glue on the side that has the white part. And then just press it so that it stays. And there's your cute little fox.